What if I told you the man who changed your phone, your music, your world, was once unwanted? Before Apple, before the iPhone, before the applause, there was a child left behind. This is not a success story. This is a human story. This is the Apple story nobody told you. Steve Jobs was born in 1955. His biological parents were young, afraid, not ready, so they walked away. Steve would grow up never knowing them, never hearing their voices, never feeling their arms. But fate had other plans. Paul and Clara Jobs adopted him. They were not rich, not powerful, but they loved him. Steve later said, "I was chosen." That single word would shape his entire life. Chosen, yet never fully complete. He wasn't like other children, but he asked too many questions, refused simple answers, hated rules. Teachers didn't understand him. Some called him difficult, others called him lost. But inside Steve, a fire was burning, a hunger to prove I matter. He dropped out of college, not because he was lazy, but because he was curious. He slept on friends' floors, skipped meals, and returned soda bottles for food. Yet he attended one class, calligraphy. No exams, no grades, just beauty. Years later, that beauty would change every screen you touch. Nothing is useless when passion leads the way. In a small garage, two dreamers worked in silence. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. They weren't chasing money. They were chasing a belief. Technology should feel human. Apple was born, and the world listened. Success came fast, too fast. Steve demanded perfection. He pushed people beyond their limits. Some admired him, but many feared him. Inside Apple, pressure became poison. And then the board made a decision. In 1985, Steve Jobs was fired from the company he built, from the dream he loved. He was 30 years old, broken. He later said it felt like a public execution. But sometimes life pushes you away only to pull you back stronger. His next venture, NeXT, failed. But another, Pixar, succeeded. A small film called Toy Story changed animation forever. Steve learned patience, humility, leadership. Meanwhile, Apple was dying. In 1997, Apple called him back. Steve returned not as a boy, but as a man. He simplified everything: focus, design, soul. From the iMac to the iPod to the iPhone, Apple rose again, stronger than ever. Then cancer came quietly, but Steve never stopped creating. His final message was simple: your time is limited, don't waste it. Steve Jobs died in 2011, but his soul lives on in ideas, in courage, and in those who dare to dream differently. This was not the story of Apple. This was the story of a human being, and maybe a reflection of you. Thank you for watching.